World's going on. World had a whole lot of prep to do before this video, so I'm a little tired. But hey, we get into it, man. We get into it. So I got me some super firm tofu. I was gonna use some almond ricotta, but hey, a little cheaper on the pockets. Boom, just add it right there. The recipe called for, I believe, 16 ounces. I did two 14-ounce blocks. I mean, who cares about some 4 ounces? But a big shout out to, one more time, Rainbow Plant Life. I normally don't like making the same thing again and again, but man, I made this before online. I was just craving this morning. I'm revisiting my Malai Kofta, bro. Malai Kofta. So check it out, man. I'm gonna blend this to its small pieces. Resembles a ricotta type of thing. I drained most of the water. As you saw, I had paper towels. Just blend this up, man. I'll be ready for the next step. Hold up. Alright, man. So we got our tofu kind of mashed up, looking like this. No seasoning yet. Check it out. So next step, I'm gonna grate the potatoes. I boiled these potatoes. She asked for some Yukon Gold ones. I did that, and then I just like a russet potato, like an Idaho potato. So I boiled them for about, in cold water, I bring them to a boil. And then I think I boiled them for like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes until fork tender, but not as mushy as you would for mashed potatoes. And we're just gonna, how do I say it? Grate them. Kind of a weird thing. She said you can just mash them up, but I'll follow the ingredients of the recipe. So we just grate them down. I think she said, what was it? 12 ounces per portion of potatoes. Obviously doubled it and added a little bit more, being that I know they also have a little bit missing tofu. It's about 14-ounce packs, not 16. Well, it's all good. Okay. Alright, it's time for the seasoning, man. It's time for the seasoning. I normally go with some arrowroot, but I was like, it was running low, so I bought some cornstarch. There you go. That's what I'm using. It calls for 5 tablespoons per portion. That means I'm adding 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh. 4, 5. All right. And I already made a mess. It's all good though. It's part about cooking, man. It's all part about cooking. All right, so we got our, okay, now we add our 1 tablespoon, in my case 2, of our ginger. Like I said, man, I was busy prepping today. All right, chopped ginger. Okay. I got our half a cup of some chopped cilantro or coriander. Depending on what side of the pond you live in. Not too far, not too crazy. Okay. What else we need? What else we need? Alright, seasonings. Our seasonings include, but are not limited to, garam masala, some Indian red chili powder. What else? Some salt. I added some black pepper, a little onion and garlic powder. That is our cashews that I finally chopped. It called for, what was it, a 1/4 cup. I did a half a cup, obviously, because I'm doubling it. And I think that is it, my friends. So it says knead with your hands. I'm gonna do it with the spatula at first. This is looking tremendous. Nothing wrong with some potatoes, man. It's Malai Kofta. I'm super excited for it. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna show y'all my little trick with the Malai Kofta here in a little bit after I start kneading. I like doing it with the little filling of some dried fruit and some seasonings. I'll show y'all that in a bit. Once I get this cracking, make sure it's all evenly distributed, and I'll be right back with the next step. Probably with the sauce, honestly. think it's time for that, or the gravy they call it, the curry. Oh yeah, this came out pretty dank right here. Last time I made it was a little goopy. I think because of the almond ricotta that I bought. I think I'd rather just... Oh yeah, one thing I almost forgot is I'm gonna add some of that vegan parm. To add a little bit of cheesiness to the mix. I'm gonna eyeball it, probably a tablespoon or two. Get that real cheesy flavor. It doesn't melt, but it has that nutritional yeast. I believe the recipe's from Make It Dairy Free, their channel. I'm sure if you look it up, vegan parm, it'll pop up. Alright, y'all. Be back with the next step. Let me get this going. Clean a few things. Dust my shorts off from all the cornstarch. And I'll be right back, man. Hold up. Alright, man. It's time for the gravy portion. I got about 4 tablespoons of some avocado oil in my pot at around medium to medium high heat. Now we're gonna add our ground up whole spices. They include cinnamon, green cardamom pods, cumin seeds. I even added a star anise, some coriander seeds, kinds of good stuff. We're gonna add this and bloom our spices. We're gonna do this for about no more than 60 seconds. Probably go for 45 while constantly stirring. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can already smell. Oh my god. Definitely the cinnamon, the star anise. It smells like some type of holiday. Wow. I love cooking Indian food, I swear. Right, you see the little green cardamom remnants. And we're just stirring to have our spices release their natural oils and for them to not burn. Okay. Now it's time for our onions. I feel like that was enough. I did 4 decent sized yellow or sweet onions. Let's get everyone into the mix before I burn my spices. I'm going to saute this until they start to brown, about 4 or 5 minutes. Make sure all the spices are incorporated with the onions. Chop them up real nice. Do my best to make it uniform, but you know how it is. Not to get in the way of the video. There we go. Got my tray over here to my left, ready for the kofta. But we're gonna let this do its thing. 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes. Be right back once it starts to brown. Alright, y'all, so it's been about a minute. Look at that. Or 5 minutes, excuse me. A minute away from 5, should I say. And it smells crazy. The ground spices took a whole different note. With the onions, it's just like sweet but pungent, you know, that onion smell. I'm gonna make a well for my other aromatics. I have mostly garlic. I think I did 8 or 9 cloves. About 2 tablespoons or 3 tablespoons actually of ginger and 4 serranos. Remember, I'm doubling the recipe. If you want the recipe, go on Rainbow Plant Life channel. Look up vegan Malai Kofta and it'll pop up. And add just a little bit of turmeric right now. The fresh roots. Chopped it up, took the skin off. Just diced it up, you know. Wow, we're gonna cook this down for about a minute. It's already aromatic. A little hard to stir with just your left hand. Wow. The whole spices that were ground up with that turmeric and the ginger. Oh yeah. Okay. Ooh, be blocking the way, bro. A minute has lapsed, more than likely. Let's show our ground spices some love. Okay. Where we have, what was did some red Indian chili powder. I know I had ground coriander. I don't have ground too much, so I just added some curry powder, some regular curry powder. Oh yeah. And I added a little bit of black pepper just cause. Some salt. What else? What else? Can't think of anything right now. But you know, I like taking the recipe and kind of making it my own. Adding my little tweaks to it. Just for another, a few more seconds. It's only 30 seconds in total. Very time intensive, this recipe. Layers back to back. Mad flavor in these layers. Okay. Now we add our tomatoes. The recipe called, I think, what? 3 large tomatoes. I think I did 7 while doubling it. You can chop them, like uniformly, I guess. Just want to make sure all the juices were in here. Okay. Now we stir for about 2-3 minutes. We're gonna put the tomatoes down, make sure they break down, start getting soft. And then we're gonna add the next layer of flavors. The temp definitely drops because of the juices of the tomatoes and adding, some cold ingredients. No big deal. Do this for about 2-3 minutes, and I'll be right back with the next step. Where I have to change the battery on my camera. Next up, we soaked about 2 cups of raw cashews, unsalted, for quite a few actually. Soaked them in boiling water for probably an hour, honestly, and then kind of rinse out the water a little bit. We're gonna add our 3 teaspoons of sea salt. Got the rest of the bag, honestly. Okay. And now I'm gonna stir this in, and we're gonna have this simmer, I believe, for 15 more minutes. Alright, we're gonna do this over a medium-low. Make sure nothing burns, and really break down these tomatoes, and have the cashews cook up just a little bit. Like I said, we're gonna do this for about 15 minutes, occasionally stirring. We're gonna cover this, and I'll be back in 15 minutes to show you all the results and get ready for the next steps. 1 second, y'all. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna get to making the kofta. My gravy's out there resting and cooling down, so just make sure everything's incorporated. Oh yeah. She said 18 koftas or meatballs or potato balls, what you want to refer to them, per portion. So I'm trying to reach 36, probably 32 or something like that. I'm sure I won't make them that tiny. And I am making them through the oven, so if you're wondering, I don't want to use oil. Why? It's costly. It takes more time. Now this is my little filling. Not the most traditional thing. I know in certain places in India they do that, but not all of them. So it was golden raisin, cilantro. I even put a little bit of cheese in there. Some vegan cheese, some of that Viola Life and Daya. Cardamom powder, some cilantro I had left over. And just like that, boom. I'm gonna show you a few more. And then you can make some without it. You gotta do this with the filling. But I really enjoy it. It's a little surprise when you're eating it. You can do all kinds of different. It doesn't have to be a sweet, dry fruit. You could do vegetables, but obviously it has to fit inside the little meatball, the kofta. Oh! And just line your pan, just like that, y'all. I don't want to make them too big because I do want a good amount for the week. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna preheat my oven to 425. I got my rice already basically made. Just gotta stick it in the rice cooker. And that's that, man. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Gonna oil these in a little bit, but that's it, man. I'll be right back. Give me a few seconds, minutes, transitions into the next step. All right, fam. We have come to the point where my mixture is cooled down. I'm gonna scoop the big chunks in there. They're pretty darn smooth. While I was letting it cool down, I was working on the kofta, just shaping them into the shape I want them. Nothing major. Then I'm gonna grab my cup. Where is that? Okay. Cup measurement, make this a lot easier. Okay. You can tell it's still a little hot. Got a little vapor, but not as hot as before. Hope everything fits in here, huh? That's my blender. It has been preheated to 425. I'm gonna add my kofta in a little bit. Still gotta oil it down. Okay. Get all the bits and pieces. Worked hard for these juices and seasonings. Hence, I'm gonna pour everything in there. And it's probably my favorite part because I love when the kofta, the gravy is smooth and creamy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You have to clean the pot because I'm gonna be using it again. Now we gotta add our milk. I chose to go with 2 cans of coconut milk, 1 full fat and 1 light. This is not gonna fit, like always. What is new? Okay, so we're gonna try to fit this in here. No promises though. No, it's not gonna fit. So what I'm gonna do is pour this right back. Chatos. Hold up. Technical difficulties. Well, we can blend what we can, and the rest gonna have to wait. I can always add the milk and stuff later. That's not a big deal. But yeah, my blender is overfilled. Okay. Give you that view real quick. I was not joking, bro. Look at this. Look at that dang. Jesus. Alright, let's get to blending, man. Since I'll be waiting for a while, I might as well always do a little coconut oil. Alright. Stick these in the oven. And in 30-35 minutes, we're gonna have a beautiful, beautiful meal. We're gonna flip those halfway through, and I'll show you the progress. Alright, man, so my rice just beeped. My kofta been done, but I'm gonna let it stay heated, stay warm in the oven. And this right here, the magic. Wow, this thing is heavy. Let's see. This beautiful color. Exactly how I want it. But still is missing the coconut milk, since I couldn't blend it. everything else. I'm gonna add that right now, like 1 second. Add the rest of our coconut milk, and then our little tablespoons of lemon juice. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. All right, keep it stirring. All right, perfect. Give it a taste. Spicy. Okay. Creamy. Delicious. Alright. So what we missing now? We're missing my tablespoon of garam masala. Okay. Teaspoon of garam masala, and I'm gonna add the cilantro in a little bit. Hold up, hold up. Gonna save some for my actual rice dish, but there you go. The cilantro. Just blend that in. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about right here. Like I said, it's on super low. Well, now it is. It's on medium low before. But alright, man. I'm gonna start plating this. Give my rice to cool down a tad, a smidge, as some might say. What's up, man? Andy tuning back in for the review. Just took a few pics in a different style. And revisiting the tremendous, one of my all-time favorites, to be honest with you. I'm not Indian, vegan Malai Kofta. Big shout out to Rainbow Plant Life. Remember I made this about a year ago, and it changed my life. I used to go to a restaurant. I sometimes still do. He gave me some of this, but the portions kept getting smaller, and sometimes I don't want to pay for less food and pay for more, and it's just like the service kind of sucks sometimes. No names, but one of my favorite Indian dishes. Little gravy, curry, sauce, whatever you want to call it. Potato balls with fake cheese, or in some cases paneer cheese, they're real cheese. Paired it with some rice. I know it's a mistake, but I bought some some naan. I bought some. I didn't make it. Sorry. Garlic naan. Excuse the crazy hair right now, but hey man. Big shout out to Rainbow Plant Life. Big shout out to me, because I stuffed these these koftas with a little golden raisin mixture I kind of made up myself. And cheers, man. It's a long day of prepping. It was a long day period yesterday. Let's enjoy some of this crazy food, man. Cheers. Wow. That was mostly the kofta. Need some of that gravy. But I worked hard for, man. It's just two parts, two like factors in this. It's the sauce, the gravy, and the kofta. I'm not gonna lie, man. I killed the gravy, bro. Wow. I impressed myself. Spicy yet creamy. Not too thick. I want it a little bit thinner. And the restaurant I like to go to, it's a little bit thinner on the on the thin side. But regardless, man. Put a little chopped cilantro on top of this, just to, you know what I mean? Just to set it off. All the layers of flavor are real smooth. That's because I blended everything together. It just comes together at the very end, just like a symphony, bro. I know it's cliche, but it's a symphony of flavors and tones and warmth. Couldn't really taste the raisin in there and the cheese, but it all adds to the effect, you know. Wow. Amazing. Super happy I made this. It is labor intensive. I'm not gonna front. If you don't like prepping, if you want it to be quick, this is not for you. But if you want to take your time and, you know, writing down the ingredients, making sure they're all there, prepping all the vegetables, organizing your stuff in a way where it works for you in the function of your kitchen, this is for you. Malai Kofta is for you. I love to share with my moms. She never really had Indian food. One day I'm gonna make this for her. I was already seeing it in my head. Make this for mama. Regardless, man, I'm chit-chatting. I want to say my grace and eat. No further discussion. I'm ND. I appreciate you watching. Hope you get some type of inspiration because I really love this meal. To make whatever comfort food that you enjoy on a kind of a lazy weekend. It's a 3-day weekend, so hey, I'll enjoy today and go ham tomorrow because I got free time. Regardless, y'all, I'm super thankful and I'm blessed. I'm thankful for this week and I'm thankful for today, man. Y'all take care of yourselves. Please cook. Enjoy yourselves, man. Peace.